welcome to another Constellation video. So we are just going to hop right into it. If you haven't seen part 1, go and check part 1 out where we walk through the Constellation Taurus. This is part 2 of 4 where we are going through all the constellations to kind of show people what they might be missing, because I don't think people take the constellation seriously as a choice for a ship to purchase. So I kind of wanted to just kind of walk through them all, kind of update like what they look like and everything, so you can kind of make your own decision. But I do think these are some really solid ships. So we went through the Taurus first. The Taurus is a cargo variant, so it has the most cargo space, and it does not have the snub that normally comes with the constellation. As you'll see, the constellation Andromeda has less cargo space, which I think it has 96 SCU cargo space, but it also has the snub, which is a P-52 Merlin. So, and that's from Kruger Intergalactic, I believe. So we'll go and we'll walk through this one, and then again, if you haven't seen the first one, go back and check that one out, and then make sure you check out the next one, which will be the constellation Aquila. So let's hop out this seat. Haha! We gotta pull a strap on the haters, you know, just to make sure. You know, it'd be ghosts in here, you know. So, you know, just your standard turret mount. So in the Taurus, this is not a turret. This is actually where your tractor beam is, and in this one, it's actually a turret. It's actually a weapon, a gun down there. So, yeah. But for the most part, the rest of this is pretty much the same. This entire little area here is pretty much the same. If you watch the Taurus video, then this looks exactly the same to you. So you can see, like, one thing I do love about CIG is that they can do variants pretty easily. So I love that they can do variants because it saves them time, but it also gives us more ships and more options. So yeah, pretty much everything in this room is exactly the same. I didn't open one of these in the last one, but this will be, I think, your weapon storage. One thing I noticed that they have like all these compartments and stuff, so you will be able to put things in those, but this isn't a gear locker. This is like, so this is for weapons, right? So maybe these aren't your lockers, but looking inside of them, oh, okay, they are deeper than I thought. Okay, I thought these were like not that deep, but yeah, okay. So these are your gear lockers. These are your weapon lockers. I think, or not weapon lockers, but weapon holsters. I think, and I think you can put each one on each of these. So that's 4 weapons that it'll hold. Not to mention, like, you'll be able to put stuff in all these drawers and stuff. So, and I think up here. So yeah, you got some decent storage in here. Not a whole lot, but it's decent. And yeah, the same beds as before. And then if you come in here, if you just came from the Taurus video, you might be like, well, what's the difference? This looks exactly the same. Well, you're not wrong. It does look very, very similar. But if you look in the middle, you'll notice this area is a little smaller. The area in the middle is a little smaller. It doesn't look like it, but it is indeed a little smaller. And that's the difference, really. You can only carry 96 SCU of cargo in this one. So pretty much everything looks the same. So if you remember, we walked down this, you got your missiles, you got your airlock. Go around the other side. You got your missiles, you got your airlock, all right? So pretty much everything is the same, because really all that's changing is they shortened this. They shortened this little section in here. And if you go back to that video and you look at it, you can tell that this is massively shortened because it came back all the way like to here before, right? But they shortened it for a reason. So they shortened it because now you have your P-52 Merlin back here, and yes, you can get it. You can hop inside. inside of there. I'm not gonna hop inside of there, but it's a nice little snub ship. It's really just a racing ship. It does have a little weapon on it, but you'll see when we get to the Phoenix that the one you really want is the P-52 Archimedes. So you have the P-52, which is like I don't know, it's just simply just not as good as the P-72. The P-72 is just better in every way. But again, you're paying for that, right? Because this ship is much less expensive. So you have to make that decision. Do you want to pay for getting the snub? Now, of course, there's more reasons to buy the ship, right? Like, there's more reasons to get a Constellation. Like, it's not just the price, but you got to think about these prices when you're making the consideration. So this is $40 more than a Taurus, and you get the snub. So you could say that the snub is the $40, right? Like, you just paid for the snub, right? But that's not all you get when you get the Andromeda. This thing has more guns on it, so we'll hop over to the front, and then we'll show you that this thing is actually it's a legit gunship. So we'll go back, hop in the pilot seat, and we'll show you the difference between this one and the Taurus, and why this is still a legitimate option. All right, so slightly different skin. You can it's a little hard to tell with some of these, but the gray is actually closer to a silver when you're looking at the Andromeda. So, and it has little blue accents, whereas I believe the Taurus had little yellow or little green accents. I think it was little yellow accents. You can more clearly see the constellation symbol there. But yeah, this thing just has more guns. This is I think this is technically considered the base variant. I think the Taurus should have been the base variant, but I think when the Taurus was first coming out, I think the Taurus had a few issues, so it had to go back in to get like reconcepted or something. There were some issues with it. So I think this became the base variant because that one had some issues with it. I don't know. Like, maybe it's because I've been playing Star Citizen for too long, but these ships have grown on me. These ships have absolutely grown on me. And maybe that's the thing. They're like an acquired taste. I don't know. But they look better every time I look at them. I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, these are legitimately cool looking ships. All right, let me turn so you can get another angle of the sun here. Let's go forward a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, that is the Constellation Andromeda. It's, again, the gunship variant, a little less cargo, well, a lot less cargo. I think that's what, 80 less cargo, somewhere close to 80 less cargo, but you get the added guns, you get the P-52 Merlin, so solid ship. All right, I hope you are considering purchasing one of these, you know, sometime in the future. If you need one, of course, obviously there are other ships that can do the gunship thing, but a lot of them don't have the hull HP for these. Like, the hull HP is in the 100,000s when you're talking about the Constellation series. So these are some of the toughest ships in the game. Not to mention they have some of the best guns in the game. So these ships are a little OP, to be honest with you. Like, and that's why I'm saying I don't think a lot of people consider these, because all the other ships, you know, some of the ships you might say look better, or maybe they're a little more sleek, you know, not necessarily look better, but they're a little bit more sleek. But a lot of people also don't like the struts in the front. And I'm one of those people. I don't like the struts in the front, but at the same time, I'm also like, that's a small price to pay for getting an amazing ship. So, yeah. This has been part 2 of 4 of our look down memory lane of Constellation series. So, first we started with the Taurus, then we did this one, which is the Andromeda, and next we are doing the Aquila. So, look out for part 3. All right. That's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.